Good morning, everybody. It's patch day. You know what that means. Welcome to 6.3. Oh. I need to get into my, outfit. Oh, jeez. I forgot I had that. There we go. Oh, this one. Yeah. Oops. Let's repair real quick. Alright, oh, today where am I going? I'm guessing Brazahan. So that's where we left off last time. Yep. We still have to do that. We just need 2 more jobs at 90 and then we can work on that. Once more unto the board. Ronald, as always, your timing is most fortuitous. I wish to share with you news concerning Zero. You will recall that in exchange for Ether, she agreed to aid us in our search for my sister. At Yostola's suggestion, I began providing said Ether in the form of food. Yura found the arrangement to be agreeable and has been eating steadily. In large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. If you and the others are ready as well, I will step for the void once more. Excellent. I shall inform Pistola and Astinia, and then go to collect my other vessel from the alchemist. In the meantime, might I ask you to go to fetch Zero? She was absent when I visited her chamber earlier, but I suspect you will find her in the corridor connecting Joj and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city it affords. Once we have attended to our respective tasks, let us gather here. Oh, she's upstairs, isn't she? Oh boy. This is where we talk to Omega. Oh, I should have. You know what? I'll just teleport there. Having a gathering here?
Everyone is so carefree.
Yeah, about that. They never were before.
Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness, and how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant. Such luxury is a loss to us. We have no hopes or dreams, and even the release of death. Only hunger. Others are a means to an end. At times, a literal one. We forge covenants with men and come here to feed. Or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos. Lives were tools to him, to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-sent at heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why. What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end? But enough about that man. He is dead and we are all better for it.
Oh, good.
Why are you here? Was there something you needed? So you're heading back now. Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.
A drop off here. Ow. Oh, over here.
Everyone is here? Good. Let us set forth for the void once more.
What is it?
He's calling. What is the meaning of this?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was intended for one of your kin. Who?
It was for the briefest of moments, but I felt her. Ashdire.
I thought she was in the void.
As did I. Yet the presence was unmistakable. Thus did I call out, only for it to fade and vanish.
Perhaps she crossed over to the source, then immediately turned back.
I do not know. Could she have found a way home?
The how of it aside, if she was indeed in the source, there may be clues where she came through that could lead us back to her. Where exactly was it that you felt her presence?
Far to the north. That was all I could discern.
The north, you say? Beyond the bounty? Garlemald?
As good a place to start as any. My apologies, Zero, but your return to the Void will have to wait.
I told you before that I have no reason to go back there. Do as you will.
All right. I presume you wish to stay here in Radzatan until we return?
You've kept me amply fed. I wouldn't be averse to helping you on your search.
If Ashdaya was indeed here, other Void Scent may have made the journey as well. Very well. We would welcome your company.
If it's decided, then I'll contact our associates in Garlemald. It's me. Still talking everyone's ears off, I trust? Understood. We'll see you there. We're to rendezvous at Tertium. We'll need to teleport to make it there in time. Can you?
Aye. I know it well from my time as an avatar.
Then it seems we're all set.
If there is nothing else, let us see to our final preparations.
God revel, lands tremble. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna do only a couple quests, and then we're gonna jump into PvP real fast. Because I'm gonna start keeping up with that. By all accounts, Asuja is Golbez's prisoner, yet if she was in the source, it could be that she managed to escape from the void. If only for a fleeting moment. Or that is more a mere conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find it. Come, let's make it for Tyrion. Our friends are waiting. Oh, someone already has the ghost. The ghost minion.
Any moment now.
My friends, 'Tis good to see you again.
I don't know. If they're involved, I have a feeling I know who the next trial is.
And you.
Or what it is.
I was worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you, but you're both looking quite well.
You get used to it. It helps that there's no shortage of fuel and heaters like before.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
This outfit.
We have. Though the worst is behind them, the people still have a long road ahead. With the nation in ruins and the leadership void yet to be filled, there remains a lack of direction, a pervasive sense of aimlessness and worry.
Still, everyone wants to make things better. And we're here to help. A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
Doing a fine job.
You're too kind. But it's thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls that we've been able to make any progress. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter. Meanwhile, Euless and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
Oh! I wonder if we'll get a like the Domo restoration quest line. I wonder if we'll get a Golem quest line like that, where we have to donate money and items and
Like
things.
Alphino said, they've got a long
Well, mainly
road ahead of
items in order to
But we'll get there together.
rebuild
One step at a time.
Golem.
But enough about events here. What brings you to us? And with new company, besides.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
The 13th! After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while. But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
You could have at least invited me, too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the Undersea Vault.
Well, Graha is doing what's helping out. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You can make it up to me on the next one. But on a more serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former avatar around?
He's the only one that could
I
just...
understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a void sent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Is that so? I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand. As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ajdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north, perhaps even here in Galdemald. If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
As a matter of fact, we may have. In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of voidsent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
You think they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Euless reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon void-sent servants.
Reapers.
The very same I believe you have mastered.
Oh! So if you... I bet you... So if you do the quest line for Reaper, you get acknowledgement that you have mastered it. That's probably what that line is.
While
An
there are
extra
no
one.
known Reapers left in Garlemald, we can't rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
To summon not one, but several powerful voidsent is no small feat. But if Ashdaya was indeed called from the void...
Then it is likely the same party is responsible. Alternatively, the etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
And we must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too difficult to traverse on foot. Nor is flying an option due to the winds.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
There is one place we thought to look first. An isolated village rumored to have once been home to a Reaper order.
That would indeed make an excellent start. Though the question of how to get there remains.
Euless may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
So I like things like that. Like, if you complete a certain job quest or any kind of quest that's related to the game, to what is going on in the main story, you get acknowledgement of them. They will acknowledge you or remind you of what you've done in that moment. So, because I completed the Reaper storyline, that's why he said I might have mastered a certain art, which is the Reaper quest. Even though I suck at Reaper. Byron. I mean, it's my Reaper. What is Fire Reaper? Oh. Yeah, it's only at 80. Because I only did it all the way up to the story of the game. Oh, Ronald, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're traveling with a large crew as usual. Not to suggest that's an inconvenience for us. We'd be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies should you require any. Apologies if we interrupt Julius, but there's a matter we wish to discuss. We've just finished our routine briefing, so you come at a good time. Is this about the voidsent? It is. From what we can discern, they're coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper arts once lived in that area, did they not? Yes, they had a village there in the Lapras Manalus Caverns. The Scythe wielders forged pacts with Voidsent and took the battle with the beings at their side. For a time, they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of magic tech saw them fall out of favor. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. Look at other art. It seems you picked it up. Who was it that taught you? Oh. Are we gonna... I suppose it's neither here nor there now. My sister has been taken captive by Voidsent. I sensed her presence in this land and have come in search of her. If Voidsent have been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned, but Alpha tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds rule out walking and flying. If you want to get anywhere, you're going to need a magic tech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one we had has broken down. Should still be over in Silla Igneous, where it was abandoned. Is there anyone who could fix it? Perhaps the former engineers at Tapper's Den? Their duty included transporting Solarium tanks to Dutorna Platform G using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. Oh my goodness. That's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know the people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will. I ask you to accompany her. Given the presence of Voidsent, best that we avoid traveling alone. In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I would like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest. Come with me, I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography. I was say, was it? I wish to speak with you. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tapper's Den? We can chat on the way. Oh yeah, I bet you they're about to have a conversation about the past, where Alize literally called out Xenos about how he was acting.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Why do you help these people? What is it that you stand to gain?
I'm sorry?
You don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
Do you need a reason to help people?
And there I thought it was something serious. I help them because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do.
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
Didn't I? I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If not, let's keep moving.
Right. To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
Okay, maybe that's not the conversation that I was thinking of. I didn't expect that. We should get back to it, but before we do, are you alright, Zero? Did I say something that confused or upset you? No, I'm simply trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I'm ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the place you want to mull over things. It's not much further to Tapper's Den. I doubt we'll have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrive. So let's speak with the first one we spot. Summoner 9? Huh. Oh, I remember this place. They're the ones that told us about where the two sisters ran off to. We had to do a few things for them. Wait, I know you. You're the one who roughed up the guards. After you left, your contingent friends came along. Our lives are a lot easier now thanks to them. They understood our plight and offered to help, whether we stay here or return home. For that, we're truly grateful. We're grateful for you too, Alice. The trip across the lake is hardly pleasant, but you make it all the same to bring us provisions. Well, don't mention it. We're just glad we could help. That's it. We're actually hoping to ask a favor of you today. We need a magic tech snow crab repaired. The one abandoned in Ignis. We were told you might be up to the task. Ah, so you want to ride the mammoth. That's what we took to calling the crafts on account of their size. As always, I'd use them on rigs. I know a thing or two about their maintenance. I'll see if I can get your mammoth roaring again. It's the least I can do to repay your kindness. Let us back to Camp Broken Glass, and we'll take it from there. Well, so good, Ronald. Let's be on our way. Whoa, what is that armor? Diamond bar. Oh, it's diamond weapon barding. We're just teleporting back. No. Welcome back. I presume this is the engineer who will help us with the craft. I'll do everything I can to get her up and running again, but I doubt I'll be able to do it so quickly, at least on my own. The mammoth is big, and so are its parts, so strong backs should make the work go faster. You have ours. Learning about the mountain, I take it? We should have a solid grasp of the area, as well as the site of the snowcraft. My back is perhaps not as strong as some, but I should be glad to stand guard from Voidsent and other unruly like wildlife. Much obliged, miss. Let's all head over to the mammoth for this. That's what needs fixing. They have matters well in hand, which means we can resume our duties. Would you care to assist us, Ronald? How about you, Zero? I will assist you as well, as payment for answering my question. It's hardly something that demands payment, but we'll be glad for your contribution nonetheless. Apado has been added to the and added. The Empire has been added. Magic Tech. The unending coda. Okay, so now we have lots of information. Mount minion. $2,000. So 3 matches per for a bit. What is this? A Link Pearl emote. Okay. That's where they put their fingers through their ear. Oh wow, we're getting another. We got it. We're getting another mount. Man, I thought it was just this. False Monarchy Atari. That's that weird Paladin armor. Falcons and Ravens. Wow, yeah, it's worth it to do this. Oh, wait. No. Whoops, sorry. So many 4 victories, huh? Yeah, let's see the one where it's like previously. Oh well. So yeah, we'll do 3 matches after a bit. Or at least a couple matches to try and get that done. Kindred Spirit. My thanks again for agreeing to help. The Isabar contingent brings in shipments of food, medicine, and other necessities by airship. We have yet to deliver a share of supplies to Tepran. I would appreciate it if one of you could assist us with the task today. I'll do it. No, Ronald, it looks like you're with me then. Voidset sightings have been increasing by the day, which is why I had a mind to go out and patrol the Iblum Rhyme? Shall we? Iblum. Isn't that one of the Final Fantasy? I think that's one of the Final Fantasy IV areas called Iblum. Here again, going to look for answers. FF. I think it's 4. Yeah, it is if I'm 4. And it's a kingdom in the southwest of the world in the Tower of Babel. How ironic. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, if it's who I think it is, the trial. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna do what I think. Hopefully, what I think they'll do. Void scents were spotted here not long ago. Considering the proximity to Camp Broken Glass, everyone is understandably concerned. But hopefully not for much longer. You follow this road eastward and now have a look to the north. If you should encounter any void scent, I won't begrudge you for dispatching them without me. Ugh. Sorry. I'm still tired. I've been up since like 11 p.m. that night, so. Whoa. These are void set? Oh. Yeah, they are. That's not a void set. That's not a void set. That's a whatchamacallit. That's a blasphemy. Oh yeah, they show. Oh yeah, I can see the icons of the whole thing where it's like, oh, this is magic damage or this is a physical damage and stuff. Having fun in the middle of nowhere?
All finished, are we? Good. The cold doesn't let up out here, does it? They've the means to keep everyone warm at Camp Broken Glass and Tertium. But the measures are still only temporary. Subsisting on charity. Dreading the day the sympathy of others is exhausted. It's no way to live. They need lasting safety and security. Though things will never be as they once were. If we can restore a modicum of normalcy to their lives, maybe that will be enough for them to move forward. If we're to achieve that, we have to work harder. I have to work harder.
You're doing your best. Anyone can see that. Oh, wait. Just try not to overdo it, eh? Yeah, that's... Did you know she'll overdo it?
Oh, come now. You think I don't know my own limits?
Sometimes no.
Still, I appreciate your concern. Well, our work here is done. We should be heading back. I hope Alphino and Zero haven't gotten into any trouble. I cannot imagine how awful it must have been to serve as Xenos' avatar. To not only suffer him, but so much else. She's a fighter, all right. Like you and me.
Meanwhile, touch him.
Thank you, miss. Thank you. This feels strangely familiar.
Excuse me, Alphino. My wife, she's come down with a high fever. Do you think you could take a look at her?
Of course. Give me a moment. Zero, may I leave the rest here to you?
Fine by me.
Thank you again for your help. Zero, was it? I take it you're one of Alphino's comrades?
Comrade? We've entered into a cooperative pact, if that's what you mean.
Pact? No, nothing so formal. What I mean is, you must know each other well. Be on good terms, enjoy each other's company, that sort of thing.
Then no, he's not my comrade. I have none. Nor will I ever, I think.
Oh.
Did I say something odd?
No, not at all. On the contrary, it makes sense. When Alphino and the contingent first arrived, we rejected them out of hand. Whatever they may have claimed, they were the enemy. Savages with their savage ways. To accept their help was to admit defeat. But no matter how poorly we treated them, they didn't turn their backs on us. They stayed and listened. That's just the kind of people they are. Makes sense they'd get along with someone like you who tries to push others away.
Get along. I'm upholding my part of the bargain. There's nothing more to it than that.
If you say so. Ah, I'd nearly forgotten why I came. Are you hungry? We all get rations, and considering the work you're doing, you're as good as one of us.
I am running low on ether. Very well.
Azim step-style dumplings. Butts, they call them.
Huh.
Never had a dumpling. It's like a kind of bread stuffed with a filling. Meat or vegetables usually, that you bake or steam. We have our own recipes in Garlemald too. My mother liked to make them. My brother and sister always fought over the jam-filled ones. Just think of it as bread, all right?
Well, that actually looks good.
I should warn you though, they're spicy. Helps them keep longer, I assume. Too much for the children to handle though.
Interesting.
Interesting good, or interesting...
I don't know much about taste. Not anymore. But I do feel a sensation in my mouth.
This is the most...
Is that a bad thing?
Not necessarily.
That's enough for me. I've heard it said that spices are more akin to fire than flavors. Perhaps that makes them easier to understand.
Oh, Euless. Getting acquainted with Zero, are we?
I suppose I am.
No harm in that. Acquaint away.
Ah, everyone is here. Excellent. Thank you all for your hard work. I've just finished up myself. Shall we go and find Estinian?
Alphino! Alize!
Uh-oh. Yes. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm looking looking at my orders that I did. I ordered a few things and I'm like wondering where in the world are they? But I think it's time to do some so I guess it's what do we got? An unforeseen bargain.